SKUK.
Hey guys, I'm back today with finally another RC workshop video, and today is going to be obviously on the Slash 4x4, but it's going to be the start of a new project on the Slash 4x4. This truck was originally the Slash Reborn project, which I did ages and ages ago, like early 2014, and that was basically just to revive the truck back to well, just as you see it here, because it was sat around for like a year. Literally nothing happened to it for a year. It didn't work for a year, so I brought it back in the Slash Reborn project, and now it's going to be turned into a desert truck, which was something I wanted to do for a while, sort of make it more realistic and stuff like that. I did do a mock-up truck. Basically I zip tied some wheels to the back of the thing and just did a little bit of a mock-up and figure out how I should tune and stuff like that, and it worked really well. But I've finally got the parts to actually specifically make it into a desert truck now. And so I had a parcel from Tower Hobbies just come in, and this is a RPM bumper. Oh, sorry, just knocked the camera there, but there's the RPM bumper for it. What else did I get? I got the RPM spare tyre carrier. This is a part I haven't actually seen installed in like an install video before. I didn't even know this thing existed, so until I started like looking into sort of making the trucks look more realistic. Also got some RPM front A-arms / rear A-arms, just because I've got the front stock ones on at the moment because I actually broke my normal pair of RPMs, so I just reordered some of them. I've got some more parts coming in to make this more of a desert truck, but so this series is going to be sort of split up into like each sort of part installation. So this is going to be one video, which is going to be today. Then this one, I don't know if I'm going to bother doing one on this because it doesn't really specifically apply to make it into a desert truck. But so move out to the side, and this is the first part that's going to be installed. These videos are going to be filmed back to back with these parts. So there's going to be at least 2 videos filmed back to back. So yeah, let's get started with this. So I'm going to take the body shell off. Just go, pull that off and take the shell off. And as you can see, there's my Slash 4x4. These are the J Concept G-Locks tyres with the J Concept hazard wheels. I finally found out the name for them. You would have seen the unboxing video for these sets of wheels and tyres, which I did a couple of weeks ago. So, RPM bumper. Let's just quickly show you the tag for it again. Focus, come on, don't look at the background. There you go. There's the bumper. So I'm going to open this up. I have had one of these RPM bumpers in the past. And I took it off and put the stock one back on, and I lost the RPM one, so I actually don't know how I did that, but I managed to lose an RPM bumper. Here's how to put it all together. So I'm just going to put that over to there. The tag, of course. You do get hardware, some brand new hardware, so we'll probably use that. You get RPM stickers as well, just over here, and who it was packaged by. Cool. And so here's what you get. So that's the actual main bumper piece. You also get the actual bracket part of the bumper set, and you get the tabs. So that will be on the bottom, and that will hold on to the top. So here and here, that's where these parts are going to go. So first thing I'm going to do is, what should I start with? I think I'm going to start assembling the front bumper actually. So I'm just going to break off the parts tree, if I can. So just twist it off. I should really go over this with like sandpaper or like an X-Acto knife, but I'll do that at a later stage. I really just want to get it installed. So break off that bit as well, and this bit, so those two are separate. And yes, so I'm going to break over the parts, going to get my tools. Let's lay them out. so they're ready. And let's have a look at the instructions. I haven't built one of these in such a long time, I've completely forgot. These symmetrical, so like that, yeah, cool. I know what I'm doing. So yeah, this truck I want to turn into a desert truck, as I said. I'm struggling to open this packet of screws. And the main reason is just because I want more realism. In my sort of test rig I sort of mocked up, literally zip tied a couple ties to the back, set up the suspension, and it felt so realistic, the way the suspension wallowed about and stuff like that. It just felt more realistic. Kind of, I would say it felt more challenging to drive, because you've got to get used to a new driving style, because you've got to compensate for like the weight, how it transfers from left to right. But it was so smooth, and really like it. The body I'm going to use for now is my original Proline Ford Raptor body shell. I painted up like 2-3 years ago. It's still a good body, it's just the back of it was completely destroyed because I was all rattling about. But with the desert truck application, it doesn't matter, because you cut out that section anyway, which I have already done, because that's what I used for the test, and it functions brilliantly. I will get a new body shell for this truck though, just to make it look neater and stuff like that. Yeah, so I am going to be working on making the Slash a more realistic truck. I wouldn't say a trophy truck in itself, more of a desert truck. It's basically, this project is more aimed towards people that are looking for realism in their truck, but don't want to go to the, or don't have the skill or the equipment or the want to actually create a sort of trophy slash desert truck from scratch. I know a well-known RC customizer YouTuber called Sycon, I don't know how you actually pronounce his name. Great videos, great trucks, absolutely amazing kid. He fabricates these trophy trucks from scratch. Absolutely amazing work. I mean, I definitely couldn't do it. I don't have the skill or the equipment or anything like that to actually build something like what he does. Absolutely amazing work. I wish I could, but I can't. So yeah, his work is absolutely amazing. But this is kind of a sort of cheap way, I suppose, and a much easier way of making your truck look more realistic, because it's just parts you can get your hands on really easily, cheaply. As I said, I got these parts from Tower Hobbies, shipped to England for like less than 30 quid. Brilliant. Great way to make your truck look more realistic, I think. So I'm gonna just put this in here. In the next video I'm going to have to kind of backtrack myself, because the RPM wheel holder I think requires me taking this bumper apart again, so kind of backtracking myself, but I'm not too bothered. Just taking step by step on what it would take to make something like a popular truck like the Slash 4x4 into a sort of realistic desert truck. Luckily the Slash 4x4 has so much aftermarket support. It's not even that hard. I mean, the RPM company RPM make obviously the wheel holder, which I think is only available for the Slash 4x4 and 2-wheel drive, but you have to use the RPM bumper. But as I said, I did just zip tie my wheels on the first time for the test, and worked fine. So you don't even have to spend this. I mean, oh, I'm shaking it, right? You don't even have to spend this to make your truck look more realistic. So great way to sort of change up the look of your truck if you're getting a bit bored of the normal short course look. And that's the RPM bumper altogether. So I believe I assembled it right, just look at the diagram, yeah. So that, just me sat there, or stood there just recording it, assembled, easy peasy. I will be getting the mud flaps soon, I just didn't add them in the order. I think it's because they weren't in stock, so won't have our mud flaps now, but up the bumpers together. So next step is to take off the stock bumper, which is easy peasy. You take, well, I've got sway bars installed, so I'm going to take these 2 screws off because I'm going to have to use them in the RPM bumper for a sway bar mount. Just these 2 screws right here, as you can see that, and then that's the sway bar through. Then you're going to grab a 2mm hex and take off these 2 screws here. Quickly, just trying to make this video as quick as I can, guys, because I'm really excited to get this thing together, and I know long videos can get quite boring, but I'm doing this to interest, well, hopefully interest some people to do this to their own trucks, because I mean, short course trucks all well and good and stuff, great trucks, everyone knows of them now, but they can get boring to look at after a while, and this is just a way to sort of spice them up a little bit on the cheap. Just come on, God, this screw's really long. Come on, there you go. Oh, no, there it is. And then the 2 on the bottom, just here. Oh, these are a little bit to the side. Oh, stuff rolling everywhere. Just 2 screws off. So as you can see from the underside of my truck, it's been beaten up greatly. As you can see, the rear RPM A-arms are gouged and marked and everything. These screws are even not even hex anymore. I'm going to have to force my driver into them. Just come on. I don't know if anyone else has this problem with the slash 4x4 in particular, but these 2 screws, as you can see, are deeply sort of filled with rocks and stuff like that, and literally just because the chassis slaps all the time. And I don't know if anyone else has that issue, just I don't know where my truck's up or what. But that's the stock bumper off. See there? Easy. 2mm screws here, 1 in the middle and 2 on top, and if you have sway bars you obviously got the 2.5 hex screws to hold the sway bar down. But don't need that anymore, so chuck that off. And the RPM bumper can now go on. Now, the top half of this bumper, this bit here, fits in the frame, slots into here, and obviously there's your sway bar. Oh, suspension tie bar's coming off. And yeah, so you just slide the bumper in. Obviously I'm going to do it live on camera for you. Hopefully my camera doesn't run out of memory, so quickly move that up a little bit and slide in. Simple. It's so easy to do, and just reassemble again. So these 2 screws will go in on top. Get it to line up, there you go. Sway bars in the way. Screwing in. Oh, I sort of buggered that up. Bugger. I don't know the easiest way to put this in. This is a bit of a fail. I think, right, I'm going to start from the bottom. I've decided. Start on the bottom. This is going to be a hash of a video. There we go. So it's easy, really easy to do. I was pretty inspired by Hemistorm RC. He turned his, I think, Proline Pro 2 SC into a semi-realistic sort of desert truck, and looked really good. I mean, obviously there's not many people out there that can paint like Hemistorm. I mean, that guy is talented. He's so creative with what he does. I think the guy should be like an art teacher or something. He's so talented, but he's great at the body. If you've ever seen his channel, his work is first class. And he used a part from Asia T's. It was like a Killer Body or Killer RC, Killer Body, one of the two. From Asia T's, and it was basically a interior piece. And what it does, it just sits over the chassis, and basically has like a moulded driver and co-driver, and is somewhat made of metal, somewhat made of mesh. And basically gives like a realistic interior to your truck. And it looked really good. I'm going to pick one of them up. That's one of the parts I've got to order for this build. I wouldn't even say this is a build, it's so easy. It's not even a build. Then put these down, grab my 2.5 hex, wherever which one is this one? And then let's thread these in. Move the sway bar into position, tighten it down. I forgot how good these RPM bumpers were, because I lost mine like a year and a half ago. Still don't know how I lost it, and I also lost the RPM mud flaps along with it, so double cost. And I think that might be it. I think I might have made a bit of a mistake there. Oh dear, I have indeed made a mistake. See, not paying attention whatsoever. I missed out. Right, so you guys might have noticed this. You were like, face palm. But that hole there is for the screw that used to go through the centre of the stock bumper, and I've missed it out, and I'm pretty sure we meant to put it in. So I'm not going to bother about it, because in the next video where I'm doing the wheel tyre holder, I'm going to have to take this assembly off anyway, so I'm going to bother. But just make sure if you are doing this, putting the bumper on, put that screw in, because I've obviously forgotten, because I'm dumb and I was talking. This screw, in fact, is the one I forgot to put in. What a bummer. But in the next video, going to take that off again, and then put the wheel tyre holder down. Have no idea how to assemble this. Have never seen a video on how to do it or anything like that. So going to be learning along with you guys. But that is pretty much it for this video. Just the first part of turning it into a desert truck. Really, most of the work is to the rear end of the truck. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you're going to like the series of what I'm doing with this truck. Just to kind of switch it up a little bit. So an actual project. So I hope you like what I'm doing. I hope quite new people will be coming to view this project, because I know quite a lot of people do want to do this with their trucks. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you liked the video, please hit the like button down below. If you're new around here and you like the videos on my channel, please hit the subscribe button to join the community I've already built up. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. So thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you guys in the next video.